Hey, it's a Humble Collector here. In today's video, we're taking a look at the 4-panel death card of Ludwig Aigner. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. So going to panel 1 there. My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. My Jesus mercy, 300 days indulgence every time, as laid out by Pius X on May 20th, 1911. And moving to the interior of the card. So we have a nice full-page photo of Ludwig here. And interestingly, it looks like not only does he have his Iron Cross ribbon, but it looks like he might have the Ostmetal ribbon there as well, which you normally don't see the two worn together too often in these photos. But moving to panel 3, Christian prayer memorial to the brave hero Ludwig Aigner, an Obergefreiter, which is like a corporal in an infantry regiment, bearer of the Iron Cross Second Class, the Eastern Front Medal, who was seriously wounded in the heavy fighting on Lake Ladoga and sacrificed his life for the Fuhrer and fatherland in the Nikol'skoye War Hospital at the age of 38. Now, Lake Ladoga has come up on this channel a few times. It is the lake right next to Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, and this is like the main supply artery getting into the city and keeping it alive during the German siege. And there is a ton of fighting throughout the Leningrad region for years, all amongst these lakes here. And I was actually able to find a casualty record for Ludwig. He was born on December 19th, 1905 in Emmersdorf, and was a member of the 11th Company of Infantry Regiment 423, which is part of the 212th Infantry Division. So, like I said in the last video, we seem to have a lot of cards for them lately. And he was shot in the left thigh, knee, and hand, and would die in a field hospital in Nikol'skoye, south of Leningrad, on March 20th, 1941, which matches up with what's on the card there. Now, he is currently buried in the Obergefreiter Military Cemetery, Block 6, Row 20, Grave 1873. And as I noted, I have a ton of cards for members of the 212th Infantry Division. Actually, Ludwig here makes the 10th member of the division that I've researched in the collection of death cards here, which is the most for any unit by far. Previously, the 212th and the 268th were actually tied at 9. So, going through the other casualties here, Heinrich Zinsberger was a Gefreiter in the 9th Company of Infantry Regiment 423 and was killed by a gut shot at Shadovo, Russia on January 20th, 1942. Lorenz Meyer was a Gefreiter in the 1st Company of Infantry Regiment 423 and was killed by a headshot at Vinnyagolovo, Russia on February 25th, 1942. Josef Sontner was a Sanitats Obergefreiter in the 3rd Company of Infantry Regiment 423 and was killed by a gut shot at Pogostye, Russia on February 26th, 1942, so just a day after Lorenz. Franz Kuckelbauer was an Unteroffizier in the 5th Company of Grenadier Regiment 320 and was killed by a headshot at Venglernossi, Russia on April 25th, 1943. Aloy Eisenreich was an Obergefreiter in the 10th Company of Grenadier Regiment 423 and was killed at Shopki, Russia on July 16, 1943. Theo Sepp was an Obergefreiter in the Staff Company of Grenadier Regiment 423 and was killed by a shrapnel strike to the neck and head in Kilkolovo, Russia on August 14, 1943. Martin Search was an Unteroffizier and Zugführer in the 7th Company of Grenadier Regiment 320 and was killed by a shrapnel strike to the neck at Lodva, Russia on September 25, 1943. Johann Musner was an Obergefreiter in the Staff Company of Grenadier Regiment 316 and was killed by shrapnel to the extremities at Tozno, Russia on October 12, 1943. And finally, Peter Weber was an Obergefreiter in the 5th Company of Grenadier Regiment 316 and was killed by a headshot at Poznan, Poland on August 19, 1944. Now, moving to the bottom here, the joy of hope is now over. You will never see your homeland again. We are bowed down by pain and suffering. Your place in our circle is empty. Now rest, dear husband and father. Yours is the rest, and ours is the sorrow. Where the peace palms blow, there we will meet again. And moving to panel 4 here. Look down upon me, good and gentle Jesus, while before your face I humbly kneel, and with burning soul pray and beseech you to fix deep in my heart lively sentiments of faith, hope, and charity, true contrition for my sins, and a firm purpose of amendment. While I contemplate with great love and tender pity your 5 most precious wounds, pondering over them within me, and calling to mind the words of which David your prophet said to you, my Jesus, they have pierced my hands and my feet, they have numbered all my bones. And that grants a plenary indulgence given to those who have died after worthy confession, communion, and prayer in front of an image of the crucified Christ, as decreed by the Holy Father Pius IX on July 31st, 1858. So yeah, overall, really interesting card. Always interesting being able to tie back to the fighting in the Leningrad region just because there's so much going on there. And also having another card for a member of the 212th Infantry Division, which also has a unit history that I've not been able to find. So hopefully in the future I'll be able to get one and be able to provide more context for members from this unit. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Love hearing from you. Thank you all for watching. Happy collecting, and I will see you all again very soon.